Hey, I'm Doug with Maximum Wealth. Thanks for joining us today. We're passionate about helping you save money. We're passionate about helping you make money. And what we want to do today is show you where you're definitely losing some money, okay? Where we see we are losing money a lot, and a lot of people are losing a lot of money in these 401k killer fees. We see this happening every day. People come to us all the time with 401ks. People come to us with investments all the time to look at, to analyze, to say where can we do better? How can we make this money more efficient? One of the largest areas of inefficiency in investments are the fees. And so what we want to do today is give you a kind of a tiny example. It's a little bit detailed, so stay with me here. And what we want to do is we want to say that a guy is 35 years old or a lady is 35 years old. They've got $100,000 already accrued in their 401k, and they're earning 8% a year. They're going to retire at 65. So this money is going to grow at 8% for 35 years. Okay, that's a long time. It's out there in the future, but let's just give it that look and kind of prognosticate here as to what the future is going to look like. So if they don't have any fees, if this plan does not have any fees, which there are no plans without fees, all of these plans have fees involved in them. This money would grow for 35 years with no fees. It would be worth $1,006,266. So you've done what you were supposed to do. You've got your $1 million built up over your lifetime in your 401k. So you're feeling really good about that number in my 401k. I have got $1 million in there. That's been a goal for a while. You probably need more than that now, but that is the amount that that person has in there. Now, during that time period, again, they do have fees. We're looking at just a 1% fee. If you put a 1% fee over 35 years on this $1 million, that turns that $1 million gross amount to $744,335. That's 37% less. I'm sorry, that is about 30% less than what you would have in the gross amount there just because the 1% fee. Now, if you take it a step further and go with a 2% fee, that turns that $1 million into $548,902. That nearly cuts your retirement plan in half just because of the fees. Now, you still have taxes to contend with. It's bad enough that you got to pay fees, but what happens after the taxes occur? On a 1% fee that's already reduced you from $1 million to $744,000, your taxes reduce that $744,000 down to $468,000. So you've cut your $1 million down to less than half because of taxation and because of fees. If you look at the 2% fee level, it's already from $1 million to $548,000, but if you put taxes on this $548,000, you've gotten it down to $345,000. So you're nearly have lost 70% of your total balance for taxes and fees in a 401k, even though you've earned 8% a year for 35 years. So what we see here is that things that are beyond your control are causing you to lose money, and we may need to rethink how we're investing, how we're speculating, how we're putting our money in these 401ks, because even though they work perfectly, you've got your employer match, you've earned 8% a year, this thing has performed perfectly for 35 years. But then at the end of this time, you've got a partner. You've got financial institutions, you've got bond traders, you've got stockbrokers, you've got mutual fund traders that have to be paid out of these fees. Then you have the government as a partner that has to be paid its taxes. So what ends up happening is you can see here, more of your money are going to the financial institutions and to the government than you're actually receiving in these plans. May be a better way out there. We're at Maximum Wealth, Doug Jones. MaximumWealth.net is the website. Get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you and discuss this further. But it's something you really need to think about. Maybe you go to your planner, what have you, but you need to think about this and think of a better way to get out of these fees and to get out of these taxes. Thank you for joining us today.